Hello there, this is Caesar on Toast, and you're watching episode 12 of my All the Mods 2 playthrough. Today, I've just updated the pack, and we're going to be exploring one of the new mods that just got added. Well, it's not a new mod, it's a very classic mod. Some of you might have heard of OpenComputers, and that mod lets you program drones and other computer-related things to do tasks for you in your world. So that's obviously something I'm very interested in. So we're going to get cracking with that as soon as I get back to spawn. And I'm going to have to get rid of these launch boots because they are lethal. I don't actually want to get that high up at any point. I could just use the blink upwards, and we need to skip that. So I haven't actually looked at any of the recipes here for the Open Computer stuff, so let's just have a look, shall we? Open Computers, and there was another one that got added just while I remember. It was it's like mystical aggradations. Yeah, what is this? No, mystical agriculture, solium dagger. Mystical aggradations. We have insanium. I think that might be just an extra tier to the mystical agriculture. I don't know what you can do with these. Interesting. Yeah, they don't seem to have a purpose yet. Maybe this is a placeholder for something that's coming. But anyway, back to the topic at hand, Open Computers. I'm very excited about this. I haven't written any programs in the Lua language before. If it's Lua or Lua, let me know. I'm not sure which one's which. So, what do I make here? Maybe I need to read the manual, but we've got different computer-looking items. So we've got disk drives, and I think everything is kind of modular. So what's like the basic computer thing that you can just place down and write programs in? Why do they have endstone? I don't understand. They have a block called chameleon. What's that from? This is crazy. Turn my phone on silent, sorry. So we've got drones. Oh, so there's drone casings, computer casings, and I think there's turtles as well. There's tablets, analyzers, and a manual. So maybe I start off by actually reading the manual. That would be great. And there's a cracopter. Drones are lightweight. What do you need to make a drone? Oh my goodness. You need all this stuff? Okay, we can do this actually. This is not bad. There's a Creatix. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so there's a lot to this mod I didn't realize. I played with Computercraft before, and you could build like a turtle, and you could build a terminal as well to write programs for it in, but this seems to be a little bit more advanced than that, so I'm going to go ahead and have a look. Ooh, and hover boots. Jump higher, fall deeper, walk better. I want these. These are kind of crazy. Actually, no, they're not that bad. Maybe I'll give these hover boots a go, actually, because I was just complaining about my own boots, so I'll do that, and I will join you when I have something to report. So I guess full disclosure, I logged out because there was a ghost block in the world and I couldn't remove it or anything. And then when I logged back in, my player file had been removed and reset to as it was when I'd started that play session. And so I actually spawned in my inventory. So I've got brand new Cymetal stuff, which regenerates its durability anyway, but I lost the enchantments on my tools and all the bullets that was in my gun, so now all I've got is blink because I had a spare bullet left in my chest. So that was kind of depressing, so I took a step back from playing the mod pack for a couple of days because I was like, if it's going to crash and glitch out, I'm not really that interested in spending a lot of time working on stuff, but since this is my last day with my computer until basically the second half of April, I wanted to get an episode out anyway, so here we are, and I've just been going around pillaging these Armor Plus towers. I worked out that you could just fly in through the top window, then juke so the guards fall down there. Oh, and I see he's dropped a Wither Skull. Did the Illager kill him? Johnny, how could you do that? I want that Wither Skull because we could fight the Wither, I'm sure. Oh wow, he does tons of damage. He must have had a special axe or something. And we got a Wither Bone, which is very nice. So I've just been going around, jumping between places, trying to find these things, and I'm probably going to head back to the base now because I do have quite a lot of valuables on me and I don't want to go through the trauma of losing them again. So the way I've been flying around is I've got the Elytra on and I just blink up as far as I can into the sky and then pick a direction, hold shift down to fly faster, and we go that way. Although I've been noticing as I've generated new chunks, it sometimes gets rid of your player speed, so you just kind of like stop in midair and then you have to build up all your speed again, which is less than ideal. But this is such a better way than getting around than using the boats. So actually we traveled like 1,000 blocks in about 20 seconds here, which is just fantastic. We don't actually need to travel around any faster than that, really. Oh, and I'm just closing the lunchbox by holding shift. That's not ideal. And then when you get too low again, you just zip up into the air and fly back down again. And so we're probably aiming for about here, I reckon, is the direction of our base. Yeah, there it is. Just came through the fog there. Oh, and you see that bug that I've experienced, but it's not rendering new chunks, it's just when it's loading in chunks, it seems. So I thought we would do some computer craft, but I don't know if I actually have time to learn how to do that right now. So I think what I might do now that I can fly is try and finish off this building, because we can make it look quite nice with lots of details and blocks. And the thing I wanted to do with computer craft was make a tree farm, so if I can combine those two things, that would be perfect for this episode. So I'm gonna give it a shot. Forgive me if I can't. I am new to it and I don't have too much time, but let's have a go and see what happens. Hold the phone just a minute. There's been an update. I finished building the thing and then I was going to do some computer stuff, but screw that for now. There's been an update and there are two really new exciting mods. Well, one really exciting one just that I kind of want to play with. Cyberware. I've never heard of this one before, but it basically lets you perform surgery on yourself to turn yourself into a cybernetic player. I was going to say human, but the Minecraft guy is made of blocks, so he's probably not human. So I need to go out and find some cyber zombies, which sound really cool, and I hope they spawn nearby me. Oh, we've also got the zombie spawner, which might put them out, but I'm just going to try and find one in the wild here. You're just regular zombies, so you can tell. Are you one? No, you've just got glasses on. Why do you have glasses on? And the other one is, so there's a few new mods that got added in this update, actually, more than usual. Usually it's like 1 or 2, and I'm blinded. No, too excited to be blinded, come on. It's like Ender Zoo, there's fairy lights, which you guessed it, lets you put fairy lights up, so I might decorate the orchard with those. Put up some fences and then string fairy lights between them. That would look really, really cool. But I want to find some of those special zombies. Oops, I keep doing that, holding right click on my thing there. Oh, cool. And look, some of them are wearing trench coats and oh goodness, I'm stuck on things. But yeah, while we're at it, let's look at the roof here. It's very nice. I'm not very good at roofs, and I've just noticed that it's kind of different there than there, so I'm gonna have to go up and fix that. But I did put in an elevator so you can get to the roof. I'm out of food, so is it wise to engage in this circumstance? Potentially not. Oh yeah, definitely not. Okay, let's run. Running. Need to get away from them. So I'm gonna go hunt down a cyber zombie and see if I can steal his guts so that I can upgrade myself. So I'll be back in a minute. As it would happen, it turns out Cyberware is a bit of a rabbit hole to get into, but I think it's going to be very, very worth it. So I've just crafted this surgery chamber, which is a really cool block. If anyone's ever played, oh, what you call it? The one where the murderer is chasing you and you gotta hide. Dead Before Daylight, yeah. It reminds me of one of the closets that you hide in from that game, because you shut it. But I'm gonna leave this inside our misc blocks chest just for the moment. It doesn't mean I'm abandoning it. I'm actually going to head to the Nether, because to use it you have to have a robosurgeon. So we have a 4.3% chance of finding that in a chest in the Nether. So I've probably need more food than this. Do I have any in there? No. So I'm gonna grab some food, probably a couple of resist fire potions, which I don't think I have any of. Maybe I don't need it after all. So a bow and arrow would be good. Let's grab that. So we've got the yew longbow. Let's go for that. And some arrows. Fantastic. And what else do we need? Let's have a look. What food can we make? Let's make some cider and jelly. Apple juice. I noticed they've nerfed apple juice. Why? Why did they nerf apple juice? It used to give you so much saturation, now it gives you barely any. So that's kind of sad, because I was relying on that for my food a lot. So basically I just go through here and I select a bunch of different high saturation foods. And I noticed that the user interface for this is a bit glitched, but if you click in the same place you will get the same thing. So that stock gives us a lot of saturation. That's nice. So that should be enough food. Now let's get going into the Nether. My wings are about halfway done in durability, but I have this machine here, the repairer, and as the name would suggest, it uses energy, a lot of crystal flux, and it puts it into durability, so you don't need to use experience points or materials to repair your tools anymore. Takes about 2,500 crystal flux to get 1 durability point back. So you have to keep using it, and I don't really have that much energy at the moment. So we need to go find a Nether fortress, and I'm seeing the map is kinda bust. So we're gonna go fly around here and hopefully we don't die. I should probably have brought some ender pearls. Those would be extremely helpful. And if we run out of steam while we're flying, that's going to be really, really bad. But I think this direction is probably quite promising. We haven't gone and explored out this way before. The opposite direction is where we tried to find a fortress. And oh my goodness, we found one immediately. I did not know that was there. That's awesome. So I can blink up near to the ceiling, and it's just loading in the fortress probably there. And I haven't actually been to a fortress in this mod pack yet, so maybe there's some interesting bugs where you can't finish your food. Right, let's go. Get me out of here. Which way's up? I believe that's down. Cool. This is a bit scary. So let's clear our inventory of this junk, and we're in. Oh dear, don't run off the end. So it looks like we should head over there to find the section that has chests in it, and I see so many wither skellies. I should have brought some blocks. I might be able to farm some up. Just use nether rack because it's super simple to grab and replace. And yeah, we want to go in there and find some chests. So before these wither skeletons come and mess me up, I'm just gonna jump off the side here for a minute and grab some of this netherrack, because you definitely don't want to go exploring the nether fortress without some blocks to break the line of sight of the blazes and to stop the withers from getting through gaps, because they're 2.5 blocks tall, which means if you have a too high gap, they can't get through it. So I'm gonna grab some of this, give me some of that, and a stack should do us. You really don't need to overdo it on how much netherrack you bring, and you can also just pick blocks up while you're there. It's no bother. So there we go, we got a stack. Now let's zip up again. Oh, what's this block? Cobbled soulstone from mystical agriculture. Oh, it turns into like a recolored cobblestone. Can you use that for anything interesting? Soulstone, which can be used in a tinkering table. Oh my goodness, what are those for? Oh, cool. So there's like... Ah, so it's like Tinkers with the mystical agriculture. I did not know those existed. Wow, okay. Well, probably want to check that out. If I grab a few of these blocks, I'll know that they were important for some reason. And I see they're all dropping into the lava. That's really great. So how much do I need to make one of those tables? Just 3. Oh, so we got... Let's grab 6. So we have spare. Come on. Not all of you want to fall into the lava, I'm sure. So let's... Oh, I see a chest there already. So let's start by climbing up into here. I'm kind of nervous. I don't want to die. We've only got 8 levels, so it's not like the stakes are high or anything. And it's in the first one. Nope, we got an ancient scroll, a chunk of flesh, and what was the last thing? Gold horse armor. Not too shabby. Is that a chest there or just some cobbled soulstone? I believe it's the cobbled soulstone, so let's head on down into here. We've got nether wart, which I'm not too concerned about. We've got stuff for farming that already. And I should probably be marking off the places I've been somehow. Let's just do it with the netherrack. So we know if there's a netherrack here, then we don't need to go through that way again. Oh, hello there. So I'll just demonstrate why the... Yeah, this is why the netherrack is very important. Sorry if this is really obvious to you, but some people might have not have been playing for as long, so just letting them in on some helpful hints and tips. Come on, man. You go down, and there's a skelly, so let's just give him the juke, and then bow! He got one up on us. How dare he? Right, keep going. So there's something here. Oh, it's a special blaze. Can we kill him? Oh, he's poisoned me. He mightn't be worth it. Oh, and I'm on fire too. Okay, let's get round the corner. Don't want to mess with him. He's still shooting at me. So if I just block him off completely, then we don't need to worry about that. That's fine. Are there going to be some more chests here for me to check out, or am I going to have to take a quick break there? Oh, there's 2 chests. I saw one just in front of us there. So we got Restonia crystals. That's useless. A building wand. That could be good, although I don't know what energy that takes. Takes the additional ones. So there's 3 chests. Okay. We've got, Robosurgeon, sweet, that's great. So now I can head back to base, but I'm going to go ahead and gather some more loot up here before we head on, and I'll join you when I'm back home. I think we found our first cybernetic zombie. Yep, with improper naming conventions, but whatever. And he didn't drop anything that was good, darn it. We're gonna attack by that guy. I might make a path over to this ferry pod because it's really cool, and I just want to have a very interconnected base, and also having roads between places means that you have places to build new buildings, so that's always going to be good. And here's he's just wearing like a leather jacket or something. Did he drop his shades? Oh my goodness. I gotta wear those. Because there is an option to wear a cosmetic set of armor, so let's just hit that, and yeah, looking good with those. You got some shades too. Maybe we can get some different kinds. These zombies are just gonna pile up, and here's another cyber zombie. So we gotta kill as many of these guys as possible to get the cybernetic upgrades, but it seems like it might be a rarer drop, so we're gonna have to keep on killing them until we get a few. Oh my goodness, baby zombies after me. Don't want that. So maybe we take care of these guys before moving on. Oh dear, I do not want. Okay. That's one way to escape. Almost too easy. Okay, let's go try over here since we haven't got stacks and stacks of stuff after us all in one big clump. So I'm just seeing mainly spiders. There's a guy. Yeah, okay. So let's kill him. and he dropped nothing as far as I can tell. These guys are trying to get me. Can I kill them before they give me blindness? That sucks. Okay. I really dislike those sparkly mobs. So we got a load of junk that I picked up while I was clearing out the fairy pond. Let's just get rid of all that, because that is stopping us from being able to pick things up. I hope I didn't throw out anything important there. So anybody on this island? Just skellies by the looks of us. No more cyber guys. So I'm just gonna go hunting them, and in the meantime, oh, there's another fairy pond. And in the meantime, while I'm hunting them, I will be making the new path towards the fairy pond. So that's probably gonna take up the rest of the time for this episode, but I'll see if I can't get a cybernetic upgrade before the end. Well, I died, but I did find a salvaged liver filter. So let's go ahead and try this out. So basically what you want to do is you need to right click on the robosurgeon, which you place on top of your surgery chamber, and you need to click on the area of the body that you want to put the thing in. So I want to put mine in the guts, and then this blue stuff is what you have equipped, and then the number here is how much rejection you've got. And so if your rejection goes into this red area, then you need to inject yourself with, there's something you need to inject yourself with here, but we don't really need to worry about that now because we are only at 92 out of 100. And so I wonder what the liver does. Maybe let's install it in our cells and find out. So basically you can configure all the different things in this interface. So we've got like arms, and then if we find the cyber arms or whatever, we can equip them instead of our regular arms. And if you like unequip something essential like your stomach, it'll give you this missing stomach will be unable to eat. So basically we don't want to get rid of anything, we want to only add stuff or replace things. So let's go ahead and add a cybernetic liver. So you close the door when you're inside, it'll hurt you a little bit, and then when you wake up you should have new cybernetic things installed in you. So I'm being scanned again, and I should have the liver installed. Yep, so the red stuff is what's currently equipped, and then the blue stuff is where you add things to be changed. So no negative side effects from food and drink. So that's really cool. So we can eat zombie flesh and not get hunger, I presume is what that means, which kinda not that great, but pretty interesting. So I'm super stoked about this Cyberware mod, and hopefully while I'm working on this road to the fairy pond, I'll be able to pick up a bit more. But I'm afraid that's all I've got time for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!